I've been keeping the longest secret I think I've ever kept before in my life. I feel like I need to go on my knees for this. This has been something I've been working on for I think a year now, and I am so beyond excited, and I really hope that this could help so many people. I feel like it all started like when COVID happened, and I just kind of like got obsessed with journaling. Whenever I found myself in a really hard mental state, I felt that it was really easy to just get all my thoughts on paper. I would wake up intentionally every single morning and like put aside 30 minutes to journal whatever I was thinking that morning. Maybe I was thinking of a quote, anything. Like I would just like write it down. I have a couple of my journals here with me. This one is the first one I've ever had. I don't even know when I started it. You know, I was like an infant when I started this, because the first, I can't show you, but the first page is my social media passwords. Bruh. Which actually I've used this page so many times. Oh my gosh. 2019. Travel bucket list, like so cute. Lessons I learned in 2019. Aww. Find like cute quotes and like make them look cool. Like this one says something amazing is gonna happen today. I don't even know what day I wrote that on. Isn't that so cute? I think it's so cute. This journal, which shout out Cameron because she got it for me and I have loved it. I have so many thoughts and feelings are filled in this. Journaling has changed my life. Like it has really benefited me for the better. And sometimes I feel like we all go through moments where we are thinking so much but we don't even know how to put it into words, but this kind of makes us do that. I just have a goal that I want to help as many people as I can. And I was thinking, I was like, do you know how many people's lives would probably like improve so much if they just like tried out journaling? How can I help that? Like how do I even do that? But I can't tell you the last time people go out and they buy paper and pens and they write down their feelings. Like people don't really have the time for that, and like that's just not very convenient. Like you have to go out of your way to do it, and not many people probably would want to do that. And so I was thinking, how can I incorporate all of this into everybody's like everyday lives? A phone is something that most everybody has on with them. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like a light bulb like lit in my head. And I was like, I could make my own digital journal. Surprise! So that is exactly what I did. And I have been meeting with editors, friends, and family, and like trying to make this be the best website it could possibly be. And so today I am releasing the digital journal, and I am so excited just to help as many people as I can. It's a start. It's literally a start. I just want to preference that this is completely free. I don't want anybody to have to pay to understand what they're thinking or feeling. The sole purpose I made it is for you. You can have your own digital journal on you wherever you go. And now I'm going to explain it. Let's get started. Journaling kind of became a chore to me. I felt like I had to do it more than I wanted to do it, and that was very defeating because I was like, oh, like I love it so much, and that was like I don't know if journaling should feel like that. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with your notes app on your phone. I love that app with my whole entire heart. I kind of turned that into my brain dump space. Every thought, every feeling, every quote that I'm like, oh, that's a good one. That notes app is filled with all my secrets. So much vulnerability in one app. The main page is describing who I am, why I made the digital journal, and just ways to contact me if you want to talk anything out or if you want more information or anything. Everything to contact me is below that. This digital journal is filled with 3 sections, so the main page kind of just describes what each of the 3 sections are. The first section is what's on your calendar. And what's on your calendar gives you a space where you have the month and you have the year, and it literally is like all the days in that month. That is just an overall calendar view of what you have during that month. So like let's say I have cheer every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I'm gonna put that on my monthly calendar just so I can see that. Like if you have sports, meetings, if you have school, just write it on the calendar just to get an overall visual of what your month is gonna look like. Then below that is splitting it up weekly. So it's Monday through Sunday. So you get to focus on your month per week. Only focus on your week one day at a time. It's going to select the day that you're on, and so you can plan out your week, but you're only gonna be drilling focus on your day. Below that is an overall to-do list of what you're like, oh, I need to get these done and I need to check them off. And then below that is small victories of the week. And I think that it is very, very important to practice gratitude every single day and really focus on what you love in the life that you are given. And the best way to do that is celebrating every single small victory, even if it's just making your bed. So that's kind of like the what's in your calendar part. And there's something called the quote of the week. Every Sunday I'm going to renew the quote of the week, and it's just going to pop up on your screen and you get to see it if you want to read it. The next section is what is in your heart. So as you guys kind of saw, I do the mood trackers all the time. So what's in your heart is filled with 3 hearts, and each of the hearts is happy, sad, and okay. And you have a calendar, and at the end of every single day in that month, you're going to highlight that day the color of the heart that you are feeling. So if you're feeling happy, that heart is a certain color. If you're feeling sad, that heart is a certain color. And if you just had an okay day, that heart is a certain color too. And so at the end of the month, you get to see how many happy days you had, how many sad days, and how many okay days you had. And there's a space that you can reflect on what you did during those happy days and what you did during those sad days, and what do you want to carry into your next month to have more happy days, and what did you do on your sad days that you don't want to do again. It's just a space for you to reflect. Nobody can see it but you. If this video finds you in the middle of 2024 and you're like, oh my gosh, this feels like it would be a really good outlet for me, then give it a go. Like, it doesn't hurt anything. Everything that you were typing is solely like your notes app, but more organized. The last section is what's on your mind. And the what's on your mind gives you an opportunity to give it a title. You put the date and you literally brain dump. If you had the best day ever, talk about it. If you had the worst day ever, talk about it. Literally just let everything out. Like, talk about the good, talk about the bad, it could be like the littlest thing, like talk about the boy you have a crush on, talk about, literally just let it all out. If you're an adult, if you're a parent seeing this, you can talk about all that you have to do today. You can talk about how amazing your kids are. You can talk about how your kids weren't listening. You can talk about anything that you want to talk about just in those boxes. I really feel like these 3 sections are really focused on organizing what you have every single day, knowing how you're feeling, and honestly, like, I've been doing mood trackers, as you have seen, since like 2018, 2019, and they work wonders for me. It is so insane to reflect on them. Honestly, so inspiring. Like, this was my mood tracker for January. It's like, makes me so happy to look at it, because in January, I had 15 happy days. I was like, I wonder how many happy days I had last year in January. 2. Like, just being able to see that and see how much growth that I've made in a year is like crazy to me, and that goes for every single month. That was just January, because January is the only month that we've gone through in 2024. You can just see how you have grown as a person throughout the years, and not every day is going to be a happy day, not every day is going to be a sad day, not every day is going to be an okay day, but you get to see the patterns and like the rituals that you do on each of those days to either prevent from you feeling like that again, or to make you feel have more happy days. Everyone has their own stuff that they are going through. Everyone has their own calendars that look completely different than everybody else's, and this just gives you an area to organize it all, and for it to be so convenient. If you just need to pull out your phone and say like, oh shoot, like what do I have this day, you can see it. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, the worst thing just happened to me, I need to write about it right now, you don't have to wait until you get home to write it in a journal. You can write it right there and then on your phone. It's no money, it's literally completely free, just for you to have an outlet. This has been like the craziest project I've ever like worked on. Or it's okay if you don't use it. If it's not for you, it's not for everybody, but I do hope that you give it a go if you want to. If you have any suggestions for what you want the quote of the week to be, please DM me, or please email me, or please whatever you can to contact me that's on there. I will literally use it. I promise you I will use it. It's not going to completely fix whatever you have going on, but it will definitely help. Thank you for watching. I hope that you give it a shot. I will link it below. I'll link it in my Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down. And I'm pretty sure that the link is going to be yourpositivepath.com. You can even save that as an app on your phone. I don't know if you've ever seen like people turn like websites on Safari into like a link that looks like an app, so it's just a lot easier to like click it and you can name the app, and you can name it like My Digital Journal or whatever you want to name it. And it's literally an outlet for you. You don't have to use it every single day. You can use it whenever you want to use it and whenever is beneficial for you. And I love you, and thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, hello, and to Eddie's advice. This advice kind of sounds negative, but I promise there's a positive direction to it. All of us raise our hands. Imagine I ended there. Bye. Everyone raise your hand. My hand is raised. If you've been in a situation where you're like, oh, why is this happening to me? Sometimes we have to go through bad situations to appreciate the good that is in our lives. I just want to preference that I'm okay. Nothing happened, okay? Literally this happened like 2 weeks ago. I finish my workout, I go to leave, and there's this guy like standing outside the door, and so I like open the door for him, and I'm holding it, you know, like princess treatment. I'm like, oh, like whatever, and he's not going in the door, and I was like, well, that's awkward, you know. He's like, oh, I'm not going in, and I was like, oh, okay, awesome. And so I go to like walk away, and he's like, you know, because I'm catching my breath because you took my breath away. I was like where's like the sound effect that's like, but I was like, good one. Like I feel like me and him should be like fist bumping, you know. And he kindly let me know that he's been sitting in his car for an hour and a half waiting for me to be done at the gym, and that he's gonna walk me to my car now. In that moment, I have never felt more scared in my life. I was thinking of two things. Run. I'm in a boot, so I'm not gonna really get that far. My next thought was, like, do I have anything on my keys, like alarm or pepper spray? And the answer was no. Realistically, like, if anything were to come out of the situation, I'm doomed. Like, never been in that situation where I'm like, he's gonna kidnap me. Well, he's like, we parked close anyway. And I was like, this is the scariest thing ever. Like, how do you know what my car looks like? I don't even know who you are. But like, I didn't want to say anything to like provoke him. No, he was like, it's the gentleman like thing to do. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm totally like, this is it. He walks me into the car. If you were in that situation, walk back inside the gym or wherever you are. Do not walk to your car. Okay, anyway, back to the story. Also, the whole time we're walking in the car, he was like, you're so beautiful. I couldn't even work out. You were distracting me the whole time. And I was like, this is disgusting. Like, you are a grown man. You are a grown man. I always preach, like, if you're thinking something, like, go up to that person and tell them it can make their whole day. And then I was in the car, like, reflecting. And I was like, maybe he is, like, a really, really good person. And maybe, like, he just wanted to let me know that, like, he hopes I have a great day. Like, I don't know. So I get home and tell my parents. And of course, like, you can probably guess their reactions. They're like, first of all, you're an idiot. Why did you walk to the car? And they're like, second of all, you're never going to the gym again. And so then the next day, my dad drove me to the gym, and he's sitting in the gym parking lot, like camping out. Like, I'm telling you, radio is off, phone down. Like, he's just sitting there for an hour, and I thought he was gonna come in with me. Nope. But the moral of the story, I have never been more appreciative and grateful to be sitting in a desk and listening to a lesson. That situation could have gone south so fast. I might not even have been here today. In that situation, there was so much bad, but there was so much good to be grateful for. And I was like, I'm never taking this for granted ever again. The last example that I have a best friend on my cheer team. Her name's Maya. And literally just thinking of her makes me laugh because she's the funniest person I think I've ever met in my whole life. I love that girl with my whole entire heart. I could not imagine life without her. I could not imagine cheer without her. Long story short, in our last competition, she broke the news to us that she wasn't cheering and she was done with the season. And when I tell you, I feel everything so deeply. That was literally like not even knife to the heart. Like, it was like a knife to the heart, arm, back. And I was like, no. I was like, I can't do it without you. I'm like hysterically crying, like, you know, like cheer makeup. It's not on my face anymore. She really pulled a get pranked, because so I walked back to practice and she was there. And I was like, I'm so happy to see you. Like, I was so happy. And I didn't realize how much I was taking for granted the fact that I got to cheer with her and cheer with my best friend. And she's one of those people that like doesn't really like hugs, and I like surround her in hugs all the time just because I'm like, I need to show you how much I love you. Every time I go to cheer ever since then, I'm just so happy to be there because she's there with me. I feel like you don't really realize what you have until it's gone. You don't always need to like lose something to appreciate it, but this is me telling you right now, just think about everything in your life and just appreciate it, and think about what you would do if it were gone. I love you and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.